Hi guys, welcome to our exclusive PS4 Syscon Chip Guide. If you are facing issues with your PlayStation 4 and suspect a faulty Syscon chip, this comprehensive tutorial is here to help you solve the problem. I will walk you through the entire process step by step, ensuring a successful chip's replacement and system recovery. Before proceeding, I will explain the importance of this Syscon chip in your PS4 console, as it plays a critical role in communicating and system management. We will then introduce you to the powerful Teensy ++3 tool designed for reading and writing software on the Syscon chip. It is important to note that this procedure requires technical expertise and familiarity with electronics components. If you are unsure or uncomfortable with any step, I strongly recommend seeking assistance from a professional technician. Additionally, ensure your console is out of warranty, as tampering with the Syscon chip may void any existing warranty coverage. My goal is to empower you with the knowledge and guidance needed to successfully replace the Syscon chip, reviving your PS4 console. Remember to approach the process with caution and follow my instructions diligently for the best results. Next, we will guide you through the process of rewriting software into the new Syscon chip. Using the same Teensy ++3 tool, the step is crucial to ensure the PS4 recognizes the new chip and functions seamlessly. The first crucial step involves reading the entire Syscon chip program by dumping its software using the Teensy ++3 tool. I will guide you through the process, ensuring you capture all the necessary data from this original chip. But before we start, let's introduce you to the Teensy ++3 tool, our secret weapon for reading and writing the Syscon software. As I have used this for many purposes in my earlier videos, you can see that I have modified or installed these headers for use of multiple purpose, as I use this for dumping the PS3 NOR, PS4 NOR, and now today I will use it as a Syscon chip dump. It has a power jack here, and as USB contains 5 volts, but the Syscon chip needs 3.2 volts. So here is the regulator installed on the back side of this chip. It converts 5 volts into 3.2 volts for empowering the Syscon chip. So the first essential step involves reading the entire Syscon program by dumping its software using the Teensy ++3 tool. Once the dump is complete, we will carefully swap the old Syscon chip with the new one. This requires precision and attention to detail to avoid any damage to the console or the new chip. Get ready to breathe new life into your PS4 with our PS4 Syscon Chip Swap Guide, Dump, Swap and Rewrite tutorial with Teensy ++3 Crypt. By capturing all the necessary data from original chip, we will ensure a seamless transition to the new one. Once the dump is complete, we can carefully proceed with removing the old Syscon chip. As I cannot give you the whole video because I encountered this problem for the first time, and I could not make the whole video. Therefore, why I have to swap this Syscon chip. So, but I will give you some tips how to diagnose that the Syscon chip is bad. In my case, it was like that. As you can see in the diagram that there are pins and their functions. Many pins works like enabling the different chips functions, like it has an enable that is the output from this Syscon chip to enable this chip. This chip is switching the FETs here, the GPU power supply FETs. This chip is switching these FETs. This chip giving the oscillation, the sweep of oscillation to these FETs, and these FETs are switching these inductors, and the inductors give the output that output of the energy that they have stored in them for the power supply of the GPU section of this APU. So another enable is to give the power to the south bridge, and this south bridge power comes from this regulator. This regulator, the regulator is 6 pin, and its enable is here and output is here. This output is for the power of this south bridge, and also it enables this chip. This is the second number pin. The pin number 2 is the enable, the same enable that goes to this regulator from the same Syscon chip, and its pin number is, as I'm sure that it is 55 number pin, but let me check that it is 25 and 25 50, and it is 51, 52, 53, 54, and it is 55. This pin is the enable output for this regulator. Enable. I will let you check this. I will put one of the prod at this pin number 55, and second I will connect this to this enable, and this is 51, 52, 53, 54, and it is 55. You can hear beep here. You can hear the beep, and it is 55 number pin output enable to enable the power for this south bridge, and the same enable is going at the second number pin of this chip. In my case, the both enable pins were not active, and even it was open, due to which it was on a blue light and even no power. The APU was not heating up at all, and no oscillations were available here for the switching of these inductors. So this is a board that I have repaired and swapped its Syscon chip. I will let you check the Syscon, the old Syscon chip, that what was the reason behind all this process. Let me fix this chip here. Here these two pins are for ground attached to this, where this capacitor is attached. Here we can connect one prod here, and you can see the meter. So I will connect with this prod here. This is the ground. As you can see, I am connected it with ground. It is with approximately 0 ohm reading, and this is the pin. This is 55 number pin. It is giving me the reading of 10 kilo ohm. Fine. And this is the 51 number pin that goes to the oscillator that switches these FETs, the GPU power FETs, and this pin also at 10 kilo ohm. Fine. Now this is the bad chip. Bad chip pin numbers, ground pin numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 number. If I connect my ground here, and here is the 51 number pin, you can see I am touching it and it is open. And on the other hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it is 55 number pin, it is also open. Even all these pins are open. 54 and it is 55, 53, 4 and 53, 52. And if I let you check its logic at my component tester, you can watch here too. These are the grounds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one number is there, it is open. As you can see, when I short these two prods, it shows like that, but it is open. Second number is open, third is open, 4 is open, 5 is open, and 6 is like that. It is showing the logic. All other pins are showing logic, but these 5 pins are open. And one of the pin here is the power of this Syscon chip. It is pin number 52, I think so, 53, sorry, it is 53, and 53 number pin is also open. And why it was open, that is the point, that was the reason was here. That was the jack belonging to this PlayStation 4 and its wire. This wire is the standby volts wire that was just inserted like this in the jack clip, and it was not properly connected, and surely it was giving spark or spikes or a high surge frequency when it disconnects. Then it used to disconnect from it. So that was the reason that made this Syscon chip bad, and the pins, 5 pins open, even the power pin that the power that comes from straight from this standby jack to the pin number 52 gets open. So that was the reason that I have to swap this Syscon chip. Anyhow, Let's move to our hardware process. But before I get to the hardware process, I have to program in my Teensy ++3 to be able to erase, read and write the Syscon chip. All you need to do is head to the website and grab the PS4 downgrade tool. It is super easy to use and should help you out with whatever you are looking to achieve. I just wanted to let you know that there is another tool in the same folder that can help you flash the Teensy. To program the Teensy, you will need to click on the file button and select the appropriate hex file. Since you are using a Teensy ++3, make sure to choose the correct file for this model. Other one is for Teensy 4. To erase and program your Teensy ++, please press the downward arrow button. This will initiate the process to erase the current program and replace it with the new one. If you click the auto button, it will automatically reboot after being programmed. Simply navigate to the device manager and look for the appropriate device. Here in device manager, you can easily locate the port number of your Teensy ++. This tool should be useful if you need to modify your PS4 firmware or perform other advanced operations. To view the wiring of your device, you can refer to the diagram provided. It should clearly illustrate the necessary connections and help guide you through the process. Alright, let's head back to the computer. We can run the PS4 Syscon tools from here. Since I have located the folder where the PS4 Syscon tools application is located, please follow these steps to run the application. Double click on the folder to open it. Look for the PS4 tools application icon. Double click on the application to run it. Choose the port number from the option provided. Click on the connect button. If the connection is successful, press OK. If you encounter any issue with the dumping process, simply choose the enable Syscon debug mode option. Sure things where would you like to save the dump file? You can select a folder by browsing through your files or typing in the path manually. If you prefer to create the folder in a specific location, you can navigate to that location and create the folder there. I'm going to create a new folder and give it the name PS4 Bad Syscon. The file that requires dumping is titled test dump. We will need to perform the dumping process twice to ensure that both dumps are identical. When the start button is pressed, the process will commence. The file size is only 512 kilobytes, so it would not take much time. The process of the second dump has begun. The second dump process has been successful. The two terms are exactly the same. Now comes to the exciting part, swapping the old chip with the new one. Never apply heat directly to the surface of chip, instead applying it to the sides of the pins. Yes, I separated the chip with success. It took some effort, but I was able to carefully remove it without causing any damage. Now I can move on the next step of the project with confidence. I have found the other chip from a donor board. Before replacing a donor chip for your project, make sure to double check its compatibility. It is always better to be safe than sorry. Remember to take note of the direction key for each chip. It will help you keep track of which way it is facing and ensure proper replacement. The Syscon chip has been successfully installed on the PS4 motherboard. I am going to use my component tester now to check the enable outputs pins. This will help me ensure that everything is working properly and that there are no issues that need to be addressed. It appears that all pins logics are working correctly. And pin number 55 as well. Upon closer inspection using the camera, I can confirm that they are clean and not short-circuited. Once again, I need to remove and disconnect pin number 22 from it. And make sure that it was fully disconnected. Now let's connect the Teensy again with the Syscon chip. To reconnect the Teensy with the Syscon chip, please follow these steps. First, ensure that Teensy and the Syscon chip are both powered off. Connect the appropriate cables to the Teensy and Syscon chip according to their respective pins configurations. Double check that all of the cables are surely connected to the correct pins and that they have been soldered properly. Once you have completed these steps, the Teensy and Syscon chip is ready for erase and write process. When soldering, it is important not to attach pins 22 to the motherboard's pad. Once you have successfully completed these steps, the Teensy and Syscon chip should be properly connected and ready for use. To proceed with the next step, reconnect the Teensy to your computer. Okay, let's go back to the computer and run the PS4 Syscon tools again. Again, try to establish a connection. On success, erase full Syscon flash. Press the start button to begin the erase process. OK. Select the rightful Syscon flash option from the Syscon process drop down tabs. Here choose the flash file that was dumped from the previous Syscon chip. Finally press the start and yes button to begin the writing process. As you can see, LED on Teensy ++3 has started blinking upon the writing process. That means Teensy is writing the file data into the Syscon flash. This process usually takes a bit longer time. Anyhow, we can check the rest of the things after this process. So wait for the process to be completed. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with other gamers facing similar challenges. The writing process has successfully been completed. Okay. Here I would like to introduce you to another tool. I think that is lying in the same folder. Just copy and paste the Syscon dumped flash files into this tool folder. Delete all files and run its application. Choose the file. Using this tool you can turn debug mode on and off from here. As I used debug mode in the earlier flash tool, it shows it as and on. You can use it as a downgrader by patching it with this tool, and can also apply other different patches. Now be sure to see the final result of my hard work. First I have to remove all the wires attached to it. And solder back the pin separated from the pad. Two of its pins have shorted and must be separated.
ऊपर वो रखो हीट सिंक और वो पकड़ो HDMI लगा लो बूट कर गया
Now let me verify whether the Syscon faulty logic pin output is active. Yes, it is. Finally, I will turn it on without the fan and heatsink assembly to verify its display. Yes, wow, it has turned on. There it must be display on the screen. And yes, our hard work paid off.
Okay.